Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, white gold diamond mines of pure Buddha consciousness. We have massive waves today rising up from the crystalline core of Pachamama. With these new purification and cleansing energies, we are going through a collective dark night of the soul. It is best to connect with the emotions that arise and focus into and feel whatever it is you are feeling in these final moments of the false 3D matrix. The full transformation of Gaia is at hand, and all starseed ground crew are feeling into and navigating through these powerful and intense activations. The Holy Spirit surrounds you in her protective bubble of white light of source energy as we rise together into the golden age of eternal life. We must stay anchored and grounded into this realm for these final transitions. Like a lotus flower, we root into the earth as we rise through the still waters and bloom into the light of the golden sun of illumination. We must be brave and face our fears and suffering head on with the courage of our lion nation and heal all wounds and trauma with the unconditional love of our Christ consciousness. Together we walk each other home through the valley of the shadow of death. Through time, our nervous systems have become more sensitive, so we can and must feel our way to source. All that is arising in your body, mind, and spirit are guides to lead you to the kingdom of heaven within. We continue to go through and through and through until full compression breakthrough. Remain mindful of your thoughts and actions and do our best to stay centered and present in this now. With the power of my I Am presence and in the pure awareness of the unborn mind of Buddha, I perfectly resolve all things in this now. I remove, clear, release, and dissolve all curses, black magic, false spells, and projections in all realms, timelines, and dimensions, once and for all, here and now. We are complete and whole in this quantum field of timelessness for all eternity. The separation exists only within the illusions of the simulation. Our true self, at one with Brahma, is infinite and multidimensional. Brave and courageous earth angelics, warriors of the rainbow tribe of the 144. Together we rise. Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle, with PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to listen to the very end, and please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And we continue with Divine Sistar of the Light, Jewel Yi. We are being recalibrated to a higher vibration, and the process is challenging on many levels. When we recognize how long we have waited for these times, how powerful we really are as we vibrate higher and higher, we can celebrate the challenges and see ourselves at the finish line, glorious and victorious, warriors of the light. Your beautiful and eternal souls are gathered here on this planet at a time foreseen by the ancients, a powerful time for humanity, a shift in consciousness like no other. There is a song in your heart that has not yet been sung. There is a wish in your heart longing to come true. There is a miracle inside you waiting to happen. Perhaps this will be the day you open yourself up to these gifts. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Pars Kute, the Divine Source is sending light to clear and cleanse this realm, as we are always being reminded of, and is also inviting humanity to rise to higher knowledge. The Divine Light is arriving more intensely right now, as we care and cleanse our auric fields on a daily basis. We are showing that we are welcoming the light and making room for its entrance. This is the reason why anchoring to the light daily and reciting the protective affirmation, I am blessed by Source Light at all times, is so important. I am blessed by Source Light at all times. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Linda Lee. Dear family of love and light, the divine plan is working very well at the moment. The planet Earth and humanity are going through thorough cleansing right now. The divine and the company of heaven ask lightworkers to keep the spirit and vibration high and allow the divine plan to unfold. Please know that all is well, and all is in divine's control. The planet and humanity know that the time has come, and the final disclosure is unavoidable. Gaia and the divine have decided that it is time for the final disclosure, and the final decision has been made. There is no one and no thing that can change the divine plan. Now it is only a matter of time, so stay in the heart and let the divine plan unfold. Divine blessings to you, Linda Lee, the divine and the company of heaven. So it is. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Elyse Ray. Sometimes when we find ourselves confused, frustrated, hopeless, judging people, our circumstances, and ourselves, it is good to find a moment to pause. These feelings and perceptions are just indicators that something within us needs love. The part of us that feels alone, lost, out of control, simply needs to be acknowledged, felt, and loved. As we acknowledge these inner experiences without trying to control them or going into mental loops about them, as we just allow them to be felt and acknowledged, a peace moves in, a soothing hug from our inner being. From this compassionate state within us, love permeates our state of being and changes what we are experiencing. It is never about changing what is outside of us. As we bring love to every aspect of ourselves, especially what we have deemed unlovable, we transform ourselves and our world. Allow yourself to feel and heal. This shall set you free. You are so very loved. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Christy Ashley. Many are making their way through their hardest initiations of this incarnation at this time. I've been receiving visions of a tornado quite a bit this month, and the message I am receiving with this is, do not be afraid. As we sit in the eye of the storm, this force is tearing down all that is no longer in alignment for our highest timeline, and clearing away the debris to make space for the new. Sensitives, empaths, have been especially picking up the density in these energies coming in, and may be feeling physical symptoms such as tight back, shoulders, neck and jaw muscles and joints, anxiety, headaches, and nausea. There were a couple days this week where things got thick, and this was felt in the body as being weighted down. Shadow aspects are continuing to come up in this space, as well as especially related to inner child trauma and pain. As feelings and emotions rise to the surface, do not dismiss or try to drown these out by disconnecting or numbing your energy field. Have the courage to really sit with the message that it is asking to be heard. If it becomes uncomfortable and your inner child wants to run, allow yourself to make peace with that uncomfortableness. Sit with it, breathe with it, acknowledge and accept it. We cannot escape what is, but we do have the power of choice, and as creator beings, we decide what we are taking with us into the next chapter. When we choose to face our insecurities, doubts, fears, judgments, and have the courage to move beyond, this action is what breaks the spell. When we choose to surrender in this space, we are able to come into a deeper knowing of our truths, and when we breathe and settle into the heart, we extract our potency and bliss. Snail medicine keeps showing up to remind us to take things slowly, stay grounded with the earth, and self-protect as needed. There is a wisdom in knowing when to move forward and when to go into silence and solitude. You will not be left behind, and you are exactly where you need to be in this moment. Allow things to weave together without the ego's interference or need to control, and take this time to think about what it is you would like to share with the world and what it is you have to offer in building this new reality. It's the journey along the way that holds the keys needed for each door that we eventually will all come to. Don't rush the process and trust where your heart is leading you. Follow the light at the end of the tunnel and find peace in each step taken. In love and trust always, Christy Ashley. 9-9 coming in. The 10 Gris connect with you now. The star nations, the sky beings, the thunder beings feel into their energy as they activate you from head to toe like a great lightning bolt of fire, flame, and purification. Feel every cell, every atom, every strand of DNA being electrified in the fire of the resurrection and the ascension. And take flight like the fire red phoenix into the night. And now we continue with Crystal and Indigo Guide to the Galaxy, Athens, August 24th, 2022. Our divine rights are coming back as we are returning inside the living space of our personal electromagnetic field after the 20th through the 22nd of August passage. Both masculine and feminine have been fully taking back the living space that naturally belongs to them, meaning they are pushed to totally release anyone or anything, entities too, inwardly or outwardly, which they have been allowing or even inviting to be occupying their living space, along with any beliefs or contracts that led them to choose such a condition of interaction with others, and are also called to fully return back in their own field and living space, in their own torus field. Usually such beliefs of codependency and confusion were created in early life, or were brought in by beliefs from another lifetime experience and were based upon lack, need for survival, control, and unspoken deals of codependency. A new sense of boundaries and space is being achieved. These boundaries and space that are now achieved and reconquered is essentially a space of unfoldment, activation, and opening of divine DNA, which contains and carries our true divine rights that we will be living soon. This is a great and important process of repositioning of the vertical axis, and then the final adjustment of horizontal axis will be completed also. Now that they are both stepping fully in their own presence and power and are embodying their true identity, they cannot continue on having a leaking field, a limited living space, and questionable self-boundaries. They need their full capacity, living essence, dynamic and clear self-boundaries for the true identity to be achieved and grounded. This is why many are in a hermit mode and in nature as much as possible right now, so they don't get distracted. In a way, we are pushed to learn that which no one really taught us, the sense of wholeness, the healthy ways of interacting and connecting with others, the right to fully be who we are, and the love for the self while being on earth in a physical body. I am absolutely convinced by the way the energy has been flowing the past at least 1 month that we are in a divine speeding mode of healing, and that the more we integrate and accept it, the more we will be experiencing magical corrections, instant solutions, and living miracles in our lives. Please trust the process and fully attend to your inner guidance now. We all have great support from all the 4 elements in their pure essence, and help from Source, Adriane, and from divine consorts of light, Suryananda and Ayed. The great cosmic sun, the only dual sun of the great central sun, and the second sun of the threefold sun Trinity, gives 2 paths on creation, bringing further insightful understanding on these 2 aspects of creation. The creative principle released onto Gaia, Shift, 24th of August 2022, with Father and Divine Mother and the Elohim from the Great Central Sun. From the Great Central Sun and the Great Cosmic Sun, Akashic Records. The Great Cosmic Sun has its very specific role within the Great Central Sun, and as with the Great Galactic Sun, this 3rd sun of the Great Central Sun, threefold sun Trinity of the Great Central Sun, is unique as having inherent within this dual essence of existence itself. This dual essence takes us to the Elohim on the dual sun aspect and the Ancient Ones on the non-dual sun aspect of the Great Central Sun, in their very unique aspects having both always been pure consciousness from the Great Central Sun, the difference being their non-physical forms at source, the Great Central Sun, the Elohim with their non-physical forms from the Great Central Sun, and the Ancient Ones with their non-physical forms from the Great Cosmic Sun, the only dual sun and second sun of the threefold sun Trinity. Thus their different non-physical forms brought into being gifts and roles of love and service on the Great Central Sun and creation itself. The Elohim and one of their roles direct the life force of, with, and from the Great Central Sun, whilst the Ancient Ones, one of their roles is directing the life force of, with, and from the Great Cosmic Sun. After long durations when stars and worlds beyond the Great Central Sun, and very much later the inhabitants on Gaia, roles of protection became manifest. Thus these aspects of love and service were added not only to the Elohim with the Great Central Sun, but also in later times to the Ancient Ones, who were trained by the Elohim on roles of protectors with the Great Cosmic Sun. Encompassed within the roles the Ancient Ones have are direct voice, sound, clairaudience, and long-distance clairvoyance, thus being of the greatest assistance to worlds beyond the Great Central Sun. Protection not initially being necessary, but after long durations from time immemorial, such a necessity began to unfold. No protection has ever been necessary within the Great Central Sun in its vastness and magnificence. This shift of the 24th of August 2022, the Great Cosmic Sun as the only dual sun and the second sun of the threefold sun Trinity, brings into insightful understanding to those on Gaia, the sun of the Great Central Sun, thus as the dual sun meaning two gifts, two paths on creation. The sun is at the heart of Christ and Mary Magdalene teachings. Thus, with this shift, the 24th of August brings further insightful understanding of these two aspects of creation, the creative principle, of the Great Central Sun, the Great Cosmic Sun, as their dual aspect. Comes more into the true understanding as creation itself becomes manifest thus into consciousness whilst on Gaia, being of paramount necessity for these times as Gaia and inhabitants move ever upward into higher frequencies, vibrations, and energies, thereby transcending the veils of Gaia into the magnificence of creation in its dual essence of suns. Within the creative principle of the Great Central Sun, the omnipresent, omnipotent power of creation existence itself, Ayed and Suryananda's journey on the Great Central Sun and creation continues. And from Divine Sistar of the Light Ramona Lapin, the halls of Amenti are open. All of our true memories and history records have been fully returned and unlocked from within us now. All stargates, gateways, and grid networks fully reclaimed and reactivated. Our 12D plus crystalline divine human blueprints have been fully reclaimed, as the 12 tribes plus as one have reassembled and remember their one true self and ancient future past again, bringing the new organic creatrix field and organic ascension realities fully online. The truth that is everlasting and that cannot be stopped any longer, not questioned, arises from within each one of us rapidly, our sacred crystal hearts, and the crystalline core of Nova Gaia fully now. This is full disclosure. Our original divine source codes, Mother's perfect proton seed, cosmic egg, our original divine blueprints plus upgrades of the divine template of the 144 plus 3 as 1, the cosmic quantum tree of life and the music of the spheres fully remembered. The true emerald records return to their rightful guardians. The diamond Elohe, Elohim embody now. The holy grail lines, magi grail, queens and kings, The cosmic, Christic, dragon races, the rightful guardians of Earth and all realms and their records, are fully returning now, remembering who we truly are, the power we hold, all we have seeded and created, fully retrieving, remembering, and reigniting our gifts, abilities, power, and memories, returning heaven to earth, all accessed from within us now, as one, so it is done. Welcome to the new earth now. I see you at the party. Eternal love and blessings, Ramona. And from divine Sistar of the Light, Aurora Ray, Ascension Manifestation. Dear family of light, when you're first exploring ascension or the idea of spiritual enlightenment, it can seem like a big and complicated concept, and to some extent it is. But if you take a step back and remember that ascension is about your personal journey of discovery, it doesn't have to be scary or overwhelming. There are many layers to this journey, and each one takes you deeper into yourself, connecting you with all that is around you. It's an exciting process that ultimately leads to profound self-discovery and an increased understanding of your place in the universe. That's why the sacred sciences are so important. They help you expand your consciousness and develop a greater connection with the world around you. Ascension is a path that leads to a greater understanding of yourself and your relationship with the world around you. It's a powerful tool that enables you to transform your life in ways you never imagined. It's also one of the most underutilized tools on the market today. Most people are unaware that such a thing even exists, much less how it can be used to transform their lives. Ascension is real, it's tangible, and you can use it to achieve your goals and desires, no matter how big or small they may be. Let's start with a basic definition of ascension. Ascension is the manifestation of your highest potential, which is your ability to express unconditional love. This is the most basic definition, but it can be expanded to include a number of other concepts that are also important to understand. The first concept is the physical plane. This is where you're at right now. Think of this as being at the bottom of a pyramid shape represented by the Great Tree of Life, also known as the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. The base of the pyramid has a lot of energy at its base and then tapers off. This represents your state of life on Earth. Every day you spend on Earth, you are being influenced by your environment, genetics, parents, and culture. The top point of the pyramid represents a higher plane where all things are possible, and everything is in divine order. In other words, life runs smoothly and there are no limitations. Here you have full access to all information and wisdom because there are no limitations on what you can do or how much you can learn. You get whatever you want just by thinking about it. There are an infinite number of planes in between these 2 points that represent different levels of consciousness, where life is lived differently. These planes of existence range from the very dense, materialistic 3D plane that we live into the higher, more etheric and interdimensional planes. How do they differ? Let me break it down in simple terms. The higher frequencies on the ascending scale are more etheric and less physical than those below them. They vibrate at much higher rates and have a much lower density than the denser planes below them. They are also less corrupt, filled with people who are all united in their pursuit of love and light. How does all this apply to you? It means that your soul, at some point in its evolution, desires to grow beyond this realm and experience life on other planes of existence. It wants to make the transition from a physical being to a spiritual one, because it knows that this is the purpose for which it was created. This is what ascension is about. Ascension is a path of self-discovery, evolving consciousness, and spiritual enlightenment. It is also a way to connect with your own inner essence, which is a reflection of the divine. The essence within each of us is what we are striving to connect with, for only then can we understand and transcend the physical world into a state of divinity. The journey of ascension will take you on a quest to find your true self and develop your soul power. It will take you on an adventure through ancient wisdom, sacred geometry, sacred sciences, and spiritual practices, expanding consciousness and developing connections. It It will also shed light on transcendence and help you understand what Ascension really is and where the journey leads. The time is right for you to discover the ancient wisdom that has been lost over the ages. With knowledge comes a deeper understanding of who you are and what it means to be human. Ascension is a personal journey of enlightenment that takes place within the context of your own life. This is why the great works of spirituality were written down for all to read, not just for initiates. From a spiritual perspective, it is said that we move through various stages in life as we evolve towards enlightenment. This can be seen through the various stages of life in cyclical models such as Hinduism's chakra or Buddhism's wheel of life. It also permeates Kabbalah and other systems of magic as well. The eternal quest for understanding begins with the question, who am I? The answer is that you are unique and a sacred being, one worthy of ascension practice. As you pursue this quest, you will discover many answers to questions about your own life, the state of the world, and the universe around us. There are many ways to accomplish your ascension goals, and all of them are valid because they work for you. You could use prayer, divination, or manifestation instead. Many people find that chakra meditation helps them stay motivated and focused on their goal, while they're learning how to ascend because it feels good to them. It also has a number of practical applications that can benefit you in many situations throughout your life, which we'll get into later. The deeper your connection with your chakras, the more effective they are when they're used for something specific. Tapping into your chakras will help you develop your ascension abilities. We love you dearly. We are here with you. We are your family of light. Aho, Aurora Ray, Ambassador of the Galactic Federation, from thegalacticfederation.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Karen Lithica, sending waves of vibrational healing, violet ray healing. Expand your heart space to receive wonderful higher vibrational light. Amplify your light field to feel the waves of light reaching you. Feel the light body advancements. Breathe in cosmic light, cellular light advancement. Love for your day, brothers and sisters, uprising in global unity, from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carolyn, 144 God Code. Be proud of yourselves, beloveds. You've persevered past illusions and found the heartbeat of your soul and spirit. This births a new cycle of opportunities and resources. Dharma is supporting you to step out of your comfort zone and be seen as the star that you are. The feminine within is completely restoring herself after multiple cycles with the Jezebel spirit. You've overcome that entity and risen to the top. From this position you can enter a unified field with the divine masculine Christ, free from attachments and wounds. This was all achieved by putting yourself first, setting boundaries with those karmic relationships, and committing to yourself. I am so proud of you. There has been many tests and triggers where you could have given up, but you kept answering the call. I know you may be feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, but we are at the end. Now you can focus on healing and seeing the love that you truly are. All this love has been suppressed due to the trauma of core wounds. Love is right here and expressing herself through you now. Communication with love is opening up for you to reconnect back into the same world of existence together. Let your emotional body open up and receive the sweet nectar and feminine frequencies of the ambrosia rose. Receive these dewdrops from above, entering your energetic field. This holy essence is nurturing, healing, and restoring you from the root chakra, up the spine, and to your spirit. Release all the stress and worry to her. Let go and let this pure unconditional love in. Uranus retrograde, August 24th through January 22nd, 2023. The dark night of the soul has come to completion. It may feel like life has been dark for a very long time. This Uranus retrograde transit is affording us with the opportunity of a new way to look at life. We can focus on recovery of all that's been taken under times of feeling unworthy and self-punishment. It is no longer necessary to feel that way. These energies are supporting your way out of the matrix of illusions. Grace is soon entering, bringing upgrades to the face, neck, and more. A new version of yourself with a new operating system is transpiring. We are becoming more one with the Beloved, which will continue getting stronger daily. In Jesus Christus' name, Amen. God bless you, Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Venus in Leo trine Chiron, retrograde in Aries. Uranus stations retrograde in Taurus. The passage of Uranus through Taurus is a journey to awaken us to where we need to change. We need a new relationship with Mother Earth to ensure security and comfort for all in the future. Our values need to shift. Our attitudes to money and materialism are due an upgrade. And for each of us personally, there is an area of life that has grown stale. Security is comfortable, but it offers no room for new growth. Through earth juddering, nerve jangling, unexpected events, Uranus jolts us back to life to awaken to new possibilities. During the retrograde period, we're reconnected to the parts of ourselves that we alienated for being too weird. We're reoriented back towards the ideas we threw out because they were too crazy. We're reminded of what makes us unique and prompted to use that as a resource. Venus, ruler of Taurus, also reaches out to Chiron today, a reminder that this is a heart-healing journey. We are not too broken to be loved or appreciated or valued. It's okay to put yourself first sometimes. Radical self-acceptance is the key. Heal your relationship with yourself. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Key 98, White, Resonant Mirror. Resonant is the name for the number 7, and its keywords are attune, inspire, and channel. The 7th day of a wave spell falls midpoint, and at this stage of the journey it is time to attune and receive information using our intuition. We are in the yellow human wave spell, and its agenda is all about fine-tuning intuition, channeling wisdom, and expressing our free will. So today falls right in the middle of this psychic excursion, and it's on a resonant day. This is a fortuitous alignment, no matter what issues arise today. The only solution is to pay attention to your gut instincts. Today is the white mirror, and it represents reflection, order, and endlessness. These days are all about having reality checks, and as it is a resonant day, well, this suggests that we have the opportunity to channel the truth. If you focus on your third eye today and allow intuitions to come to you, be prepared to have revealed to you important truths. This sounds easy, I know, but we are all capable of finding answers this way. It's just that too often we forget to be still and listen. Why not light some incense, relax, and trust that the answers will come? The mirror doesn't lie, and reality checks aren't always fun, but they are essential if you want the truth in your life. And today from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Resonant Mirror, 7/8 knob, Key 98, 24th of August 2022, Reflecting Order. 24/8/2022 equals 686, equals 614, equals 65, equal 11, equal 2. Day codes: 24 Charisma, Joy, Magnetism. 6 Heaven, Christ Consciousness, Harmony, Family, Fertility. 11 Portal, Illumination, Gate. 2 Twins, Duality, Cooperation. Month year codes: 8 Infinite Abundant Source Flow. 6 14 Media, Publicity, Promotion, Recognition. 5 Freedom, Liberation, Change, Transformation. Key 98 equals 17, equal 8 Infinite Abundant Flow. Another magical day of shattering illusions. Day 7 in the yellow human wave spell of wisdom, influence, intelligence, free will, and abundance. Today, the mirror assists us in attuning to our distorted reflections in order to transcend the illusion through the wisdom of truth, to evolve to the divine human. Tone of creation, resonant tone 7 in the emotional realm. Action inspires power channel essence attunement. The resonant tone provides the ability to fine-tune and channel the magical forces today to effect great healing and transformation. Remember that it is our vibration that will energize our creation, and that this is broadcast through our emotional body rather than our mental body. So it is very important that we are stable, calm, and receptive to our feelings and what frequencies we are actually emitting as a transmitter to the etheric realm. At tone 7, our vibrating phenomenon learns to be still and to listen. Mystical 7 understands that everywhere is magical, but right here is better. Once we attune and then channel the magic through this present moment that is available to us all. Tone number 7 is the frequency of the mystic and the magician, which strengthens our ability to effect real change and transformation in our lives through gazing into the magic mirror. What are you attuned to today? What is possible for you once you release your emotional attachment to fear-based responses? Today's questions are: how can I attune to the divine truth through my pure heart and stand in the light of my full mystical power? As a collective, can we ignore the fear and attune to the beautiful world of the new harmonic matrix that we are co-creating? Divine blessings for your divine attunement to beauty, peace, and abundance today. In la ketch a la keen. Christina, White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 98, White Resonant Mirror. The mantra, the code for today is: I channel in order to reflect. Inspiring order, I seal the matrix of endlessness with the resonant tone of attunement. I am guided by the power of heart. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. So if you'd like to help support our work, our mission, and help us continue bringing these daily transmissions to the world and our people, you can either help us by a monthly pledge on Patreon or a one-time donation to PayPal at the links at egolovecondor.com. I would like to also thank everyone for supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, Zodiac Goddesses healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with a powerful prayer from Divine Sistar of the Light, Aurelia. Prayer for self-love and for ascension. From the Lord God of my being, I am that I am, I decree. I have love for my journey into my ascension. I have compassion for all physical and emotional pain I still need to heal. I give thanks that I am now healing the past and resurrecting the new. As a master of divine expression walking the earth, I now turn on the light on my divinity. I now activate and transform my DNA to its fifth dimensional potential. I now choose to completely heal and rejuvenate my physical body. I choose to remain happy, harmonious, and grateful. I claim the mastery that is mine to manifest my freedom. I allow my divinity to manifest in a most wondrous way. I give thanks that it is done according to God's holy will. Amen. From Prayers to the Seven Sacred Flames by Aurelia. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful and blessed journey ahead as we travel through the new moon in Virgo this Sunday as we continue journeying deeper and deeper within, into the silence, into the stillness, and ultimately into eternal bliss consciousness. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.